7 ways to prevent pregnancy without contraceptive, without pills, without any hormonal remedy. Okay, I'm going to give you 7 or 6 ways of how to prevent pregnancy naturally, and it is going to work. I know I've always told you guys that pills are not good except it's prescribed and for such a period of time. Some hormonal therapies, most people it makes them gain weight, and most people it gives them acne. Most people it destabilizes their hormones. Most people they are not happy. Okay, so it's it's a synthetic hormone, so they are all synthetic. So this video has been long awaited. Okay, the last video I made, I had about 2 million views, and people have been asking me what are the ways to prevent pregnancy naturally. Since you told us to stop taking salt and other things, of course most people still take. I can't believe that people still take salt and water at this time, this age. It's going to destroy your kidneys. Please, if you're still taking salt and Sprite, salt and water, energy drinks, all those things, it does not prevent pregnancy, and it is going to destroy your kidneys, and it's going to destroy your heart and your system. It might seem it works for you, all those things you people use, you say you put ginger and garlic and so many things. It seems that you're not getting pregnant is either one, you're not ovulating, you just got lucky, you're not ovulating. Secondly, the sperm was able not to last. Maybe your vagina is hostile, it's too acidic, it kills the sperm. Thirdly, you're not ovulating, as I've said it, and maybe fourthly, the sperm is not of good quality. Okay, there are many reasons. I'm going to do a video on that, but so now I'm going to talk about 7 whooping ways to prevent pregnancy without artificial method, without hormonal or drugs. Okay, so listen attentively. I'm going to tell you each of them, the advantages and the disadvantages, and the way to use them. Okay, please make sure you follow me on all my social media handles. Subscribe. You can send me messages if you wish to. Ask me questions. There are traffic, but I'll try as much as I can to answer the ones I can. Okay, so number 1, let's get to it. Male condom. So the condom, apart from being the safest, it is also the most trusted. Okay, so condoms I trust condom a lot. In fact, it has about 80 to 90% or 95%. In fact, 90 to 95%. It's 95 to 90% safe in preventing pregnancy. Condoms work very well. It is my number 1 option. Okay, basically myself, it's my number 1 option. But I know most people don't like using condom because they feel it's not skin enough. They don't really feel their partners enough. Okay, so but I'm still going to let you know that condoms is the number 1. Then I'm listing them according to hierarchy, right? According to importance, that's what I mean by hierarchy. So the second one is knowing your safe period. Knowing your safe period. This means knowing when you ovulate. When do you ovulate? During this period of when you ovulate. Ovulation is a time when a woman releases her eggs and she cannot be pregnant. Okay, she can be pregnant, right? So during your ovulation, when you have sex, you're going to be pregnant. You cannot get pregnant without ovulating. So you need to know when you're ovulating and then avoid when you're ovulating. You only have sex during your safe period. I'm going to do a video. I did a video on ovulation, but it was not too explicit. I'm going to do a video with a drawing board and how to calculate your ovulation and how to know your safe period. I'm going to do that video. Okay, so you need to have sex only when you are ovulating. Only when you are on your safe period, I beg your pardon. If you are ovulating, don't have sex, you will get pregnant. And how do you know when you're on your safe period? Safe period is when you have sex and you will not get pregnant, which I'm going to do a video on the 2 and teaching you how to know. This is the second option. Okay, so the third option is withdrawal method. Though withdrawal method is not really 100% effective. Of course, I've taught you a lot of times on my Facebook page that you can get pregnant with pre-cum. Okay, so withdrawal method is not effective because most of the times before your partner can withdraw, most of the sperm cells must have gotten to the precon, which is that fluid that accompanies the sperm itself. Okay, it's semen kind of, so it's not really 100% active. It's recommended that you do it with your ovulation tracking. Okay, that is the number 3. It's also called Coitus Interuptus in the medical term. So withdrawal method also is a natural means of preventing pregnancy. Then let's talk about the fourth one. The fourth one is the diaphragm. Okay, the diaphragm is used to prevent sex. It's the women that use it, not the men. The diaphragm, you place it in your vagina 6 hours before sex, right? You keep it in place for 6 hours and then remove it after 24 hours. Okay, the diaphragm is like a ring. You put it in. You can get it at the pharmacy, any pharmacy. Just tell them, do they have the diaphragm, how to use it. You place it before you have sex, 6 hours. Okay, so the only disadvantage of this is that you have to use it with another one I'm going to for effective method, because it's not really effective and it's not really convenient. Okay, because you might not really know when you will have sex and you have to insert it hours before you have sex for it to work. Okay, so another one you're going to do is the cervical cap. It's also gotten in the pharmacy. You tell them it is advised to use the diaphragm and the cervical cap at the same time. Okay, it prevents the cervical cap. It prevents sperm. It goes to your cervix and block. It prevents sperm from entering to your cervix and then fertilizing an egg. So with these two, cervical cap and diaphragm, it's safe. Okay, you can use this too. Then another one which is the fifth one, I think, is the spermicide. I think I've made a video on spermicide, but I've not really made, the video was not too explicit. Okay, a spermicide is just like it's called, something that kills sperm, that deactivates sperm. Okay, so when you use a spermicide, you can use a spermicide together with a diaphragm or a spermicide together with a cervical cap. Okay, you put spermicide and then before you start sex. Okay, so spermicide, the only disadvantages of spermicide and other ones I've mentioned apart from condom is that you can get sexual transmitted infection with all of these things, you see. So you can get, it's not really safe, but it can prevent pregnancy. And another major disadvantage of spermicide is after having a sex, you still impute another. If you want to have another sex, like you just finished having sex for like 10 minutes, you have to impute it again, and it becomes messy. It's liquid. It comes in liquid or in gel form, so sometimes you might not really like the way it becomes messy, but it is also a means of preventing pregnancy. You use it for it to become more effective. Use it with either cervical cap or the diaphragm. All right, so the next one is my own, like I like this one. It's the safest, very safe and very good. The sixth one is the one that I said that I like is the safest, which is abstinence. There is no way you will get pregnant if you don't have sex. Abstinence is not having sex. There is no penis and there is no vagina. You cannot pregnant. Okay, so you need to abstain. Apart from preventing pregnancy, it also makes you less susceptible to infection and sexually transmitted diseases, you see. So abstinence is another good one that works 100%. It's the 100. Number one is the 100% amongst all the 7 that I'm going to give you, or I must have given you. So the last one, the 7th one was the abstinence. Then the last one is the emergency contraceptive. Emergency contraceptive is the last part, okay, which is a post pill. Okay, so that one you take it in 72 hours I've told you a lot about it. It is an emergency. It is not a pill or a drug or it's not a supplement that you can take all the time, that you can take anytime you want. You can't have sex 3 times and you take emergency or for instance postinor. That's the one we know here in Nigeria. You can't take it every time you're taking it. It's going to mess your period. It's going to do a lot of things to you. It's going to cause infertility over a long period of time. I've made the video, you can go and watch it. So these are the number 7 things that can prevent pregnancy without hormones, okay, without disrupting your hormones. The last one, which was the emergency contraceptive, is just for emergency. It's not that you take it all the time, okay? So which ideally should be, if you must take it, maybe once in a month, okay? So guys, please like this video, share and subscribe, so that to encourage me. If you don't do this, if you don't like it, I'm not going to keep telling you things that, you know, will help you as a woman, okay? Because these men, they just do and live, but we be the ones to suffer all of this hormonal imbalance and things. So have a nice time. Drop your questions too.